Hello, I'm Robin and I'm a normal alcoholic. What makes you relapse? Before I get going, I just want to say if you get anything from this video or you think it might help someone else, then please give it a like, thumbs up, or subscribe or comment. It helps spread the word about the channel. So, what causes relapse? I've broken this into 3 sections. The first section is for people in their early days. Now, when I had my first detox up at local drug and alcohol centre, my caseworker said to me, the biggest cause of relapse is overconfidence. Now, I think this is more relevant to people in their very early days, those who aren't necessarily sure if they're an alcoholic, who are maybe trying sobriety, don't think that they really have to give up forever. But what it is you have your initial moment of sobriety, you go a couple of days, weeks, or months even, and then you go, right, I've got this. You start to get that confidence. And you go, well, I'm fine. I'm pretty sure I could go and have a drink now, and I'm not going to end up where I was. I can do one. One isn't going to send me back into that hellhole. But for some of us, it does. And for me, that happened a couple of times. I've talked about this. I've talked about this a number of times in other videos. If you want to hear how I progressed in and out, go check those out. But it's overconfidence, thinking that you can suddenly drink normally, that you've had that sober time, you know what you're doing, you've got over your hump, you've figured out what the problems were, and you go back. But in time, things catch up with you. They do. Now, the second section is for people further down the line. And this is known as, some people know it as, the ants and the elephants. So what this is, it's either the ants, so lots of little things build up. You get annoyed with your commute, you get annoyed with your friend, someone at work, a little thing, the washing machine, the oven, the lights, the everything, the cleaning, the doing this. All these little things build up. None of them are massive, but they all just start to make you tense, frustrated, angry. And you just get to that point where you're so, forget everything, just going to have a drink. I need to chill out. But it's only the start. The elephants, on the other hand, that's one big thing comes and hits you out of the blue. Now, this video has taken me a while to make because I thought about this probably 6 weeks ago, but then I had an elephant happen. My little cat Gray. 4 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, I came home and I found Gray in the bush in front of my flats. There's a little bush where he normally waits for me. And I came back and he didn't want to move. And I called him again. He started to slowly come out the bush. But the long and short of it is, by the way, he's on the mend now, but he'd been run over by a car and he lost a leg. And it was traumatic to experience that, to come home and find my little boy in that state. It was terrifying. And I've got no doubt that, go back a year, 18 months, if that had happened, I'd have been straight down to the off license and buying myself a bottle of vodka. I wanted to. Half my head was screaming at me, just have a drink. I can't handle this stress. I can't handle this pressure. I can't lose my little baby. And the other half of my head was just scared. It was horrible. And, it hasn't been straightforward. He's had 3 operations. There were 2 points where the vet said that he wasn't going to make it. There was one time that the vet suggested putting him to sleep there. But thankfully, I brought him home and he's gradually on the mend. So that's a big thing. A big thing can come out of the blue. And like I said, if I was any weaker, if I'd gone back, if this had 18 months ago, 2 years ago, I probably would have bought myself a bottle of vodka. But where I am now, I got through it. Because when one half of my head was saying, go buy that bottle, the other half was saying, you've got to get through this. It doesn't matter how much it hurts. Drink isn't going to make it better. It will stop me feeling so horrific for like this much time, but it's not going to change it long term. So I got through it, and here I am, 4 weeks later. So as it says, ants and the elephants. And then the last thing, this is moments of weakness, and they come out of nowhere. It could be, you're going, well, it's been weeks, months, even years, and just suddenly something pops out, a little opportunity. You're at a party and someone just goes, oh, hey, have a drink. And without even thinking about it, you just go, and you just do it automatically. It sounds silly. You think, how can someone with like long-term sobriety suddenly just go, actually, you know what, I'll have a drink now. But I've heard enough stories about it. And I had one myself. It was weird. I had probably had about 3 months sober. And I was down the road doing my grocery shopping. And it was so strange. I just was at the till paying for it. And just as he was scanning the stuff, I just said, oh, and half a bottle of vodka. I wasn't having a bad day. I wasn't walking in there looking at the vodka going, oh, just happened. I just said, oh, and half a bottle of vodka. And it was like my mind just went into autopilot. And before I knew it, I was at home and I'd drunk it. And then before I knew it, I was back down there buying another, because half a bottle of vodka isn't enough. But anyway, there's a lot of reasons. But I kind of categorized it into those 3 things. Overconfidence in your early days. The ants, little things building up. The elephants, big things coming out of the blue. And then random moments of weakness. They're all reasons. Not good reasons sometimes. Sometimes very good reasons. Anyone would have said, geez, I come home to find my cat with only 3 legs. Too right. Go and have a drink. Calm your nerves down. But my point is, you can get through it. With enough life experience, eventually, even the big things won't take you down. Yeah. Where I'm now, I'm not worried about the ants because I've got a routine. I check in with myself. I check in with other alcoholics, other addicts every week. I talk things out. I don't let things fester. So I can deal with the ants. I can deal with the big things. But overconfidence, the way I see it, as soon as you think you've got it, you ain't got it. That's what I tell myself. If you think you got it, you ain't got it. You've still got a lot more to learn. As for the moments of weakness, I don't know. I bought that bottle of vodka so randomly. I don't know if it'll ever happen again. I hope not. Can't imagine it will. But that's the thing about sobriety. I can't guarantee anything. I can't promise I'm never going to have another drink in my life. And if I do, I don't know what's going to make me have it. But anyway, think I've rambled on enough for now. So I hope some of that's helped you. For now,